I'd like to review this corset from Corsets-UK, also known as Corset-Story, Corsets-Au and Punk 69. This is a 26-inch underbust corset. It is 11 inches in the front at the centre and 8.5 inches at its shortest point. It is a modern slim silhouette, and just to note before I say anything else, this is not a corset I would deem suitable for waist training or daily wear. This definitely is a corset that is designed, or not necessarily designed, but I would only recommend it for occasional use, fashion use. If you intend on waist training, I would recommend you get something of a higher quality and potentially custom fit. So here's the corset from the front, the side, the back, the other side, and the front again. If you want to see more of the silhouette of this corset, I would recommend checking out my comparison video where I compare this corset, my natural figure, and a custom fitted corset. I'll put a link to the video up here. Okay, so this corset sits over my ribs fairly comfortably, but not if I tighten it any more than it currently is. The waist of the corset is actually sitting over my lower ribs, as my actual waist is about here, and it comes just over the top of my iliac crest. I can't really cinch it down any more than this. It's actually at about 28 inches at the moment, just because it puts too much pressure on my hips and becomes uncomfortable. Here's the corset lying flat. The fashion fabric of this corset appears to be in two layers. There is a layer of orange shot gold chiffon, which is flocked with black velvet in this floral pattern. Underneath that is a layer of sort of gold, I'm not sure what it is, it looks like a coarse weave satin, because there's a bit where the outer chiffon layer has started to wear away, and what I can see under there, it looks a bit like a gold, sort of very coarse satin. Overall the effect is very nice though, it's very pretty, especially under this light. The binding of this corset as well, I might talk about too. This is black satin ribbon binding that has been machine stitched on the outside and inside, and it's very neat and tidy and no complaints there. On the inside it is a cotton twill in black, just regular old twill. There is no waist tape, so I won't be commenting on that. The construction of this corset appears to be of the it's hard to describe. It's a method where each panel is constructed all at once, including the seam. So the raw edges of each pattern, say the first panel, gets trapped in the second panel and it encases everything really nicely. I've seen it done in a tutorial before, and it is quite a common method used by some corseteers. But yeah, I can't really describe it. Basically, it's not everything's been sandwiched in between the layers. While I'm talking about that, there are 7 steel bones on each side of this corset, so a total of 14 spring steel bones, 1/4 inch wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 5 of these are on the seam. And the busk at the front. So this busk is 3/4 of an inch wide on each side. It is 9.5 inches long, roundabouts. So if I go from the top to the bottom, yeah, about 9.5 inches long. But from the very top to the very bottom of this corset is about 11 inches. It's actually very sturdy for such a cheap corset. I would have expected it to be less sturdy, but it is very, very sturdy, so it might be something that I choose to cannibalize later on. Okay, so moving to the back. Okay, so that is a very pretty colour.
Here we have the grommets. There are 24 two-part grommets in this corset. I'm not exactly sure of the size. I've never been very good at telling which is a 00, which is a 0, because I've never used them myself. I use prim metric sized grommets. But they are about, the hole in them is about sort of 6 millimeters wide. What's interesting about these grommets is they look the same on the outside as they do on the inside, except for a very subtle sort of shank that, you know, is rolled very flat, but the actual washer that they have used is a round washer, so it's not flat like most washers used. So it's very interesting. None of these grommets obviously are split. None of them appear to be pulling out. There's a little bit of fraying around one or two of them, I think I remember seeing somewhere, but I don't know whether that's just because the fabric got caught on it when the grommets were being set. So I have basically had no problems, but I don't really wear this corset very often, so who knows, they could pull out a lot easier. The lacing for this corset is a polyester shoelace style lacing. I don't like this stuff very much. It's not very grippy, so the corset keeps trying to come loose when you're tying it up, and it doesn't stay tied up very well, and in general it's just not very good lacing. So if this were to be worn by me a bit more often, I'd put better lacing in it, but because I don't really wear it very often, it's not a problem for me. The last thing I want to talk about is the modesty panel. This corset has, oops, if I get my stuff together. This corset has a "7" wide modesty panel, although it has probably only about 5.5 inches of usable space, which is still quite substantial. It is unboned, so it will wrinkle when you lace up. It is made from a single layer of the flocked organza and a layer of what appears to be sort of yellow poly satin stuff, and a layer of twill. So, and it is sewn in as sort of a final finishing touch, so you can easily unpick it and remove it if you choose.
I hope you enjoyed my review. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments, please leave them below, and if you liked it, I would appreciate if you click the like button. And if you want to catch any of my future updates and reviews, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.